Hello, chismosas y chismosos, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime, where I like to tell the stories of the real cucuys and lloronas of the world. I'm Audrey, a paralegal turned stay-at-home mom who loves true crime. The cases I cover are wild, topics may be triggering, viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. The people mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in court. With all that being said, grab your hot Cheetos and let's get started on today's case. In March of 2022, 62-year-old Robert Hicks was accused of repeatedly sexually abusing one of his students from 2016 through 2019 at Mountain View Academy in Mountain View, California. Since 1918, Mountain View Academy, located at 360 South Shoreline Boulevard, has been a Seventh-day Adventist institution and is run by the California Conference of SDAs. Any given year, this private school has grades 9 through 12, so it's a high school with about 140 students. Mr. Hicks was arrested in his Rockland, California home, where he was taken to Santa Clara County Jail for his charge of oral copulation of a person under the age of 18, molestation of a minor, and lewd and lascivious acts with a child. Principal Mark Andres had no comment when asked when Mr. Hicks worked at the academy or what he did when he worked there. The abuse was reported in April of 2020. Mr. Hicks was said to have acted like a father figure to his victim. He would also molest her at his office and at church camp for years. In August of 2022, retired Spanish teacher Vicky Neck told police detective Christine Powell that she reported Mr. Hicks to former principal Leslie Briggs and the Central California Conference of SDAs. Ms. Neck even told her supervisors that parents saw Mr. Hicks with the victim at a restaurant outside of school at 11 p.m. The fact that the victim stayed at Mr. Hicks' office late at night was known to students and teachers. Rumors of them sleeping together were long ago spread. Despite Ms. Neck's reports about the inappropriate student-teacher relationship, nothing ever happened. Detective Powell conducted various interviews with teachers and students, and they also confirmed to have seen Mr. Hicks having a very close relationship with his victim. On one occasion, he came to Miss Neck's classroom unannounced while she was actively teaching and asked she print out his favorite students' grades. Ms. Neck described this altercation as boisterous and demanding, as he beat the table with a roll of paper towel. Mr. Hicks would do the same with Miss Laura Helm, an English teacher. Due to her absences, the school fined the victim $100, and Mr. Hicks paid the fine. Mr. Hicks also purchased the teacher's version of a Spanish textbook after Miss Neck refused to give him the answers for a test. Miss Neck was quick to notice the victim wrote answers will vary in Spanish in her test, which was only given to the teacher's version. When Miss Neck asked her about it, the victim admitted Mr. Hicks had bought her the book with answers. Mr. Hicks' favoritism for the victim also followed in the athletics department, where she received awards other students could have deserved. In September of 2024, he was sentenced to 16 years in prison for his cochinadas. This real-life cucuy admitted to the crimes and signed a plea deal with Santa Clara County Deputy Attorney Nick Warrior. Rightly so, the victim is suing the Central conference of SDAs, alleging that former principal Leslie Bricks failed to take any action in investigating the rumors of the student-teacher relationship. From 1996 through 2019, he was the athletic director and was a physical education teacher at Mountain View Academy, where he also coached the basketball, volleyball, and softball teams. He started grooming one of his victims during her freshman year of high school when she was 14 years old, when he was her sports coach. Pedo bears are strategic in choosing their victims. Mr. Hicks noticed that this 14-year-old girl did not have many friends. Seeing that she was lonely, he would invite her to spend her breaks in his office. This is where the abuse would take place, along with summer camps and other school-related activities. He would also sexually abuse her and take pictures of her while she was laying down. At the time, the victim's mom was battling cancer, and good old St. Hicks offered to pay off her car loan. In desperate need of financial assistance, given her fragile medical state, the mom took the money. Mr. Hicks garnered more trust and admiration from the victim's parents when he convinced them to allow her to attend a 2-week summer camp at SoCal. Little did they know that during this summer camp at SoCal, he would sexually abuse her more and more easily. By her sophomore year, her, quote, study sessions at his office would go until after 11 p.m. On one occasion, he babysat the victim and her younger sister at his home, where he lived with his wife, who is an education superintendent at the SDA conference, by the way. The victim was terrified he would try to abuse her sister as well, so she deliberately slept on the floor of the door, by the door, so in case he tried to enter, the door would hit her head and wake her if this real-life kukui decided to enter the room.